Seamus, obviously 2 games now under your belt. How does it sort of feel when I've talked about comparing yourself at every level you go? What has it sort of been like these last 2 games for you?
It's been a blast. Really good group of guys, which always makes everything easier. Like a transition is always going to be tough, but we have such a fun group, so it's been really fun so far, and the guys have been helping me out a lot. The guys that have been here before and played some games pro. But no, it's just been fun and really physical out there. I think everyone wants to, show what they can do. So it's been really physical and fast, which is what you want. It's a great way to start. But yeah, that was felt like playoff hockey. That was some of the most fun hockey I've played, and to get a win, even though it's September and stuff. But it's winning a game is always gonna be the most fun thing we can do. So it's been good.
You talk about that physical nature, but how do you sort of gauge, this is more your peers that you'll be playing against going forward type thing. How do you sort of gauge where you are with that first sort of taste?
Yeah, I think some of the college games I've played in, I've been just ultra physical and stuff, and I've been exposed to some different stuff like that. So it's not entirely new or different. It's a little bit different. It's a little faster at times. It's a little more controlled, but I think it's really interesting to see a lot of guys that could be playing against at this next level, like American League or wherever. A lot of these guys be seeing a lot of, so already trying to learn and see what they do out there. Keep that in mind for next time we play them. But as far as how it feels, the pace and stuff, definitely fast, but nothing it's not feeling like I'm playing at a whole new level. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
You and I have talked about the necessity for you as an athlete to feel that closeness as a group right away, and you talked about that a little bit before. How vital has that been to really seeing these 2 games where you guys had one practice, but you look like a team that's been playing together for a while?
Right. Yeah. We've got a lot of all the guys in there are pretty mature, and I think they get how important it is to get close fast. And the locker room is just a blast right now. I just want to get back in there. Everyone's cracking jokes, the music's loud. When you win a game like that, Poulter obviously stood on his head, but that makes it so much more fun when you get to see your goalie just balling out. So no, it's just a blast. We're pretty close already. One practice, but we're all dialed in on the systems, and coaches have done an unreal job letting us play, but coaching us when they can and stuff with a short window. But just a lot of fun.
Isaac, for a first game coming off the summer, that must have been a whole lot of fun for you.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to get the win against Buffalo coming back here this year, and that was awesome.
And what do you sort of, what is it like for a goaltender, having not necessarily been in that type of competition and then getting your feet wet real early there?
Yeah, I was quick kind of right into it with an early goal against, but after that, just felt like I kind of settled in and, got back to doing what I normally do and made it feel pretty easy out there after a little while.
How big was last year for you in terms of the experience you got in Utica and the growth that you feel that you've made? And maybe how does that sort of change things for you coming into a new camp?
Just a lot of confidence, being able to play that much last year in Utica and have a long playoff run in Adirondack after, and even a couple times being able to go up to Jersey, just I've gained a lot of confidence doing all that. Just having knowing the belief that New Jersey system has in me, it's amazing. That just helps so much.
Now, when you talk about that time in Utica, was there a point in the season last year where you felt that jump in your confidence?
I think after my first couple games, I just felt I'd really become acclimated to what the AHL was kind of like, and just being able to play a lot too and have that consistency in my play really helped with my confidence and finding that different level to my game.
What was that biggest difference when you talk about the AHL game?
Just being able to read the play better, seeing kind of the situations that happen consistently, the patterns and routines, and just being able to read what's going on there and makes it a lot easier for yourself.
Dino, a very different game than yesterday when you kind of look at that scoreline. What's so impressive about the way your team has been able to adapt to both those things so quickly?
Well, tonight there was certainly some resiliency, and I will always say that goaltending makes a huge difference, and Isaac Poulter had a real strong night. I think Buffalo has some high-skilled talent on their team, and they really were coming at us, showing a lot of creativity, and when we got ourselves into a little trouble, Isaac bailed us out. So, and we went out there and we created some opportunities, so it's a nice win for us.
What did you like about the composure of Isaac in the net there?
Well, I think he gave up one early. I think he wasn't.
What are you looking for in those moments?
Well, it's hard. You're spending some time, you watch video of the different players, and all of a sudden they're getting out there and you see them live. So you tend to you got to be careful because you can overcoach, and which means trying to give a lot of constructive feedback. And there was enough positives out there that we want to let them play, and they understand the importance of this tournament moving into the next 2 weeks of their phase of their career, which is an important little stretch. And hey, we're 2-0, and we're scoring some goals, and I like how hard we're playing. I think that's a big difference.
Topias Villain is a really interesting guy. He came in, played his first year last year in North America. You're using him a lot in this tournament in many different facets of the game. Where have you seen, and when did you see the biggest jump in his game in terms of adapting last year?
Probably in the last couple of weeks. I think you'll just see a little bit of a buy-in. I think he was a little had a lot going on last year as far as the culture change, as far as a bunch of new teammates, about assimilating to the North America. And I think there was a lot of action going on last year. He just looks like he has a comfort level, and he's got a lot of purpose to his game right now, and I think it reflects in his game. And when I say that, there's a lot of positive things coming out.
And then, when you're sort of doing evaluations of guys you haven't seen before, I'm sure it's kind of tough in a tournament like this, but Mikhail Diot, what have you liked from him? Because he...
Yeah.
What haven't you liked? Yeah.
Mike is a guy that, we knew signed. He goes to Memorial Cup final, which is a Canadian junior final, and boy, he's just a hockey player. I mean, we spent some time together. I did a lot of clips talking with him, and just there's a lot